Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We're here with Paul. Man, we've had a long day today.
Yeah.
It's been a long day shooting videos, but we're really, really excited because this is where everything comes together. In this video, what we're going to be covering, man, is how to send out an Amazon shipment. So, Zach, can everybody see all this? We're in frame? I'm sure we are. We've got, 15 or 20 books that we're going to ship out in this box right here. And that's the goal, because that's how you make money, man. Like, learning how to source books and analyze books, all that's important. Going out to the thrift stores, garage sales, auctions, putting out your Facebook marketplace or Craigslist ads, like getting all the books is great, but you don't make money in this business until you get it for sale. So how do you get it for sale? We ship everything to the Amazon FBA warehouses. So I told you before, there's a couple ways to become my enemy. Number one is to list items on the Amazon Seller Central and ask me questions about it, because I hate Amazon Seller Central. So what I'm going to be teaching you about, all jokes aside, is how to use a software called Accelerlist. Accelerlist. It should be on the screen. Hopefully there's no issues with the screen sharing. But I want to teach you how to use this. And you're probably wondering, what is Accelerlist? What's the purpose of it? Well, this is paid, so I think this is like $20 or $30 a month. And the purpose of this is mostly to be able to list your items quickly and efficiently, which ultimately is going to lead to your shipment to Amazon. It's going to be kind of hard to explain it, but I use this to list my items. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan items into the system. I'm going to create what's known as a batch. Okay, so it's like a shipment, right? And again, this is more of like, I'm trying to teach you the beginner stuff. I don't want to overwhelm you. Like I said before, there's ways that you could ship like 200 books at a time in like 10 boxes, and there's something called box contents. I'm teaching you how to send out one shipment just in one box, okay? It's simple, it's easy. And for the people watching, like, I know you guys want to make $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month, $8,000 a month, but like, let's make our first $100. Let's
baby steps.
Let's take baby steps. Look at all these books. What's going on, everybody? Sorry to interrupt the video, but I want to shout out our sponsor for today's video, which is Pallet IQ. You might have heard of them before, but Pallet IQ is a service that allows you to get hundreds of thousands of books shipped directly to you. Now, these books were on a pallet. I don't have the pallet in front of me, but I literally had a, it was a 16-wheel or whatever it's called, a big truck deliver these all to me off of the lift gate. I'll put a clip on the screen of when it was being delivered to me, but I've really been loving this service because I'm able to get tons of books shipped directly to me in my messy garage right now, Ty Lopez style. But that's one of the most important things about growing a book business, is you got to have a good source. And these aren't a bunch of junk dud books that you're going to get. They're going to be 5, 7, 10 million ranked that never sell. These are solid books, really, really good books that you can ship in, and a lot of them sell quickly. So definitely check out the service to see if it's a good fit for you. And with that being said, I got to get back to the video. I got to start shipping some of these books out. Check the link down below. Check out Pallet IQ, and hopefully you guys continue to enjoy the video. So I like Accelerlist because it allows me to be able to list items quickly. It gives me a lot of data as well, even in terms of like how much profit I'm going to make for that particular shipment. And when you're using Amazon Seller Central to list, they ask you a million questions, right? Do you want to sit there and answer a million questions, or do you just want to make some money?
Make money.
I mean, there's just like, there's just so many steps. It's not necessary. So I'm not going to teach a lot of like, and behind the scenes, because you and I, we have a couple coaching sessions after this. This video will be 5 hours, but I'm going to send you some resources and give you some more bonus material to be able to set up your Accelerlist account. Like, you have to put in your address. You have to integrate Amazon with Accelerlist, like get the token and the merchant account ID, and you have to link it all up. You guys all know about integrating stuff. I'm not going to show it during this video, but essentially I'm going to show you like the bare essentials of what you need to. You go out, you find stuff, and now you're able to ship it. So you're going to get this recording, so don't worry. We're going to go through the process together. And for anyone interested in any of these softwares that I mentioned, Scout IQ, Accelerlist, any of the equipment, supplies, I'm going to put links below in the description so you guys can follow it. Don't worry. But with that being said, let's get started. And anytime, feel free to stop me, because I have a tendency to talk very quickly, especially when there's a cup of coffee in front of me that's 3/4 of the way done. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to create a batch, okay? So we're going to click create. a batch. And now you're gonna have all these lovely little things pop up, okay? You don't really have to worry about this right here. This is just a name. We're gonna call this Paul is the Man with a Plan. That's the name, okay? Doesn't really matter. It's just when you go to look through previous batches, you could just name things, okay? Batches are another word for like a shipment. Use a custom template. I always click no. A custom template SKU is, that's if you're selling like a lot of different products and you want to keep track of like the particular products. Maybe you're doing wholesale or something, you would do it. I always just click no. You really don't have to create a custom SKU. You can. They actually have a button that says, we really recommend using a custom SKU. Find out why. I haven't. I've done it for years. I'm not going to sit here and explain everything because honestly, I'm not an expert when it comes to it, but I always click no. Here you need to create a Sku Prefix. This is just what's gonna pop up in Amazon when you go to do your shipment. Again, when you rewatch this video and you're actually going through the process on your own, you can just follow this. Honestly, I usually just make up a SKU. Like today is, so I'll just do September 5th with Paul. I'm just making up a SKU name. I always just make names up. That's what I do. There's probably gonna be people that leave comments saying, there's a reason you need a SKU. I haven't done it, man. I've shipped out hundreds of SKUs. I just make up a SKU. So,
is the SKU, was that tied to the box or the book?
It's to the shipment. Yeah, to the shipment.
Okay.
So maybe you want to track your shipments. Maybe if you're a little more advanced than I am, then you might want to research more. If you go to Accelerlist and you just go to the Help Center, they explain all of this stuff. But honestly, like, let's not get caught up with all this stuff right now. Again, if you're more advanced, you want to look into it, that's fine. I just make up any name that I can identify. Okay. Shipping from, you have to put in your shipping address. So when you set up your Accelerlist, you're going to do this in advance. So Stephen Rakin, my address is connected to that. Channel, fulfillment by Amazon. Labeling preference, I want to label my products. So if you click this right here, you can actually, it says, would you like to label the items yourself or pay Amazon? So you can actually have Amazon do it for you. I think they charge like 15 or 30 cents. Workflow type, it says private is what most people choose and live is for more advanced sellers. Honestly, I always just do private. I'm not really sure what live means. I don't know. I don't know what it means. Here's the thing. A lot of people, they worry about these things. Like, I've done this for years. It even says you don't need it. I'm not sure what it does. Employee visibility, none. So I don't have any employees that are helping me now. If you did have employees, you could link them all up with this. And what we're gonna do is create batch, okay?
Okay.
So now that we have created the batch, this is essentially like the shipment that we're working on. Because the end goal of this is to list all of these books into here, okay? And then when we're done, we're gonna click a button that says create shipment. What's that gonna do? It's gonna create this shipment and send it to Amazon, to our back end, like into our back end administrative area. So this is my Amazon account right here. Eventually what we're gonna do is we're gonna go under manage FBA shipments. And you can see some of the shipments that I've done over the last week or so. I sent out 13 items in this, 27. Ultimately, it's gonna bring us to this little back end area where Amazon's gonna allow us to buy postage and print our labels and stuff. So Accelerlist is connected to Amazon, okay? So Accelerlist is, we're just listing, okay? We could do all of this stuff and list products and everything by going into inventory, add product, but it's so slow listing through Amazon. So we're using a third party to speed things up, okay? So now that we're all set up in here, now ultimately what we wanna do is start to be able to list the products, okay? But before we start scanning in the products, and I have a little USB scanner, sorry for pointing it at you. What we need to do is prep the books, okay? So for prepping the books, there's really not a ton of prep that you need to do. A couple things that I like to do is rip off the stickers. So if you would be happy enough to help me, we can attack these stickers. I'll start handing you some books. And what we want to do is just take a look over the books to see if there's anything that we need to prep. You know, like I was saying in an earlier video, I keep the fingernails a little long for the ladies. Just kidding. So I'm just gonna peel these off and you can just poke around, see if there's any issues, anything wrong with the book. I mean, I can't even show this book on YouTube. This book's crazy. I don't see anything here. All right, you can take a look through some of these books. If there's any stickers, that's really the only prep I'm doing. You know, with certain items, like toys and stuff that are exposed, or certain products maybe that are like part of a box lot or something, you would stretch wrap them or polybag them as part of the prep. But with books, there's not much prep. You know, I'm just looking through, making sure there's no stickers. Something like this, I just leave it on. I don't care about that. It's not a big deal.
Even though it's got a barcode on it?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. It's kind of ripped off. If you do find a book that has like a barcode over here and here, sometimes what I'll do is take a blank label and just stick it over it so Amazon doesn't get confused. But I'll show you that more. You can just put that aside. I don't see any stickers. I'll let you look to see if there's stickers here. Myofascial manipulation. All right. So I see one up here on this. I'm gonna take this thing off. Usually before I even sit down with Accelerlist, I'll prep everything beforehand, but I'm trying to remember like 1,000 things right now with you. So, oh man, this wants to fall. Can't let that fall. And you gotta watch out for the stickers, man. They like to hide. All right, I'll just start stacking this up here. Oh, you ain't gonna get away from me over here.
You said you use Goo Gone on these sometimes too? Or?
Yeah, honestly, I usually don't, because I use Goo Gone a lot with retail arbitrage. Because with books, it seems to peel off because it's more of like a silky, like a shiny surface. It's easy to get off. But when you start messing with like certain like toys and stuff, the stickers like to stick and rip things off. Or DVDs, sometimes it's annoying and I don't want to like peel it off of a brand new DVD. So I'm just looking around, seeing what we find. I think I prepped a couple of these in advance. All right, man. Look how happy these dogs are right now. That's how happy Paul's gonna be when he starts making some money with books. All right.
I already started my death pile.
No, man. That's the thing with Amazon FBA, dude. Like, it's hard to have a death pile unless you're really like lazy, because it's easy. It's really easy to ship. Okay, I'm gonna have some coffee. Today is a good day. Man, I really hope you take everything that I'm sharing with you and you apply it, man. Like,
oh, that's the goal.
I really hope so. Like, I'm gonna be checking up on you.
Yeah, that's.
I would leave that. I mean, we could just put some barcode. We could put some blanks over it. I'll show you during the shipment how to protect yourself against that. So now we're prepped up. One thing that I did before when you guys were upstairs is I put all the books in a box and I weighed it just to make sure that it wasn't over 50 pounds. It actually was 51, so I had to pull a couple books out. So I already put these in a box and weighed it on the scale, because again, the last thing you want to do is get a shipment all ready to go and then you get it all ready to roll and then you're like, it's 52 pounds. It's like, darn, I got to pull a book out. Because they don't want it over 50 pounds. I wouldn't even do it over 49 just to stay safe.
Okay.
So I already did that. So now the next step, what we're going to do is we're going to start scanning in some of the books and pricing. So I've got a way of doing it that's kind of inefficient. It's not the best way to do it, but I'm a small seller, right? Like, I'm doing typically on average with this type of stuff anywhere from a couple thousand a month up to 10,000. Sometimes it could go more, but just with this, like, I'm talking about like books and board games and, you know, items from thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets, stuff like that. So I'm not like some big mega seller, right? You're not going to sit here like, you know how some of these guys on YouTube, it's like, it's not even the reselling space. It's just all like, they try to act like they're selling millions of dollars. Like, I'm not trying to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to teach you that. So like, if you came here for that, like, you might as well just leave. Like, I'm going to teach you what I do, what Mama Profit does. An easy way that anyone could really do $3,000 to $5,000 a month profit.
Okay.
Like, you can get yourself up to it. There's ways to become more efficient, and I'll point some of these things out, but I want to make that very clear. Like, my way is not the best way. The way I scan books, analyze books, it's like you were saying before, it's like a common theme. Like, we all have our own kind of way of doing the business. So hopefully I teach you enough to where you can take this and like shape it and mold it to what works best for you.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Like I said,
so
like, books are going to be part of what I'm doing, and so like it may be something to adjust and just get me started in the whole world. So.
Exactly, but the same applies to like how I do my business in terms of like how I do my listings, like how I do my shipments, like the way I do things. I'm not saying it's the best.
Okay.
You know? Okay, so now that we're clear with that, so what we're gonna start doing is, number one, I have this little USB item here that's like 10 bucks. The reason we're gonna want this is because what we're gonna start doing is scanning the books in. Actually, I'm gonna have you do it. So if you take this, we've created this batch, right? This is the batch that we're under September 5th with Paul. So everything that we scan into here is gonna be under this specific batch right here. So I'm gonna have you scan it in. Okay, and you see how it brought up the listing right here, the pendulum? We have to make sure this is the correct book. So take a look at the cover. And I'm gonna have you, maybe we could put this down a little bit so the camera could see us. It's probably hiding Paul over here. Okay, so we're taking a look at this book. And this is very similar to like Scout IQ in a sense when you were to scan a book. So what we're seeing here is there's a couple different things, okay? So Accelerlist wants us to price it at $19.97, okay? What I like to do sometimes is I'll take out my Amazon seller app and I'll scan it and just double check just to see. Like I said, I'm like slightly inefficient with the way I do things, but I'm always like a little like paranoid that like I don't trust the softwares, like any softwares.
Right.
But it's true. The lowest price is $19.97. It's a million rank. What did we pay for this book? I don't remember, but I'm just gonna say $2 that I paid for this book. Okay, so if I sell it for $19.97 and my buy cost is $2, my profit will be $8.22, which is kind of cool to see. Like, oh, that's cool. So it kind of helps you to like kind of price a little bit because you see like based on what you paid. Like some of the items I source for like 40 or 50 bucks off eBay. So it's nice to like go check my eBay purchase and be like, oh, I paid 40 for this. Okay, 40. If I price it for 70, I'll make this. To see how lenient or aggressive I want to be with the pricing. But that's besides the point. Now, like what I trained you when we were upstairs is now you want to kind of take a look at how you want to price things, okay? There's 20 merchants at $9.99, FBA's at $19.97. I don't love the 100% jump with a million rank. I'm not in love with it, but that's what the price is right now. If we take a look at the pricing right here, I mean, you can see the same thing on the screen to an extent, but again, they're pulling from the API, so Amazon's always going to give you more data. So one seller's at $19.97, two, $19.97, another one's at $19.98. So probably what I'm gonna do is just match the lowest price, which it already did. Now the great thing about Accelerlist is you can put in custom condition notes. So I'm not gonna share with you exactly how to do that now, but you see how when I scroll over like new, it says, let me see if it shows it all here. It shows, well, what is the condition of this? Because I'll just show you. Looks like this looks like it's in very good condition. So when I click very good condition right here, it says no highlighting or underlining somewhere, but overall very good condition, ships directly from Amazon, eligible for prime or super shipping. So I created these templates for the descriptions. So you can go in and set that up, which I'll help you out with behind the scenes. For anyone who's watching, if you go to Accelerlist, they have a bunch of videos and stuff that teach you how to do this and whatnot. But I want to show you guys the nuts and bolts. So essentially what you're doing with the listing is you're putting your buy price. Amazon doesn't care about that, but that's for your bookkeeping. Amazon cares about this. Amazon cares about what your price is. So you know on eBay you have to go in and put your price in?
Yeah.
Like this is where you put in your price for what you're gonna sell the book for. So we're gonna sell it for $19.97. We're gonna choose very good condition. I already chose, I hit very good and then it came up with a template of a description right here. So it's very simple. And then I just hit add to batch. Okay, so now that's added to my batch. Essentially what we're gonna do is add all of them to the batch, and then when we're done, we hit a button and it gets all posted on Amazon, and then we're able to print our labels and stuff.
Okay.
So this isn't gonna make a ton of sense for you right now, but the more we do this, you're gonna kind of understand how this works. So you can see so far in our batch, we have one product, which is a SKU, right? We have one SKU, one product. It's got a sales rank of this, we paid this, and this is our overall net profit for our batch. So what are we gonna do with this? I'm just gonna put it aside. I don't wanna mix these things up, but just gonna put it aside right here, okay? I'm gonna go pretty quick with the first couple to kind of like get you to feel out how this works.
All right.
And then we'll start having you do a couple examples. So I'm gonna have you scan this barcode right here. Okay. Now I want you to take a look at the condition of the book and tell me, what do you think? Do you see highlighting? Do you see pages ripped? How's the binding? How's the overall condition of this book looking? And you don't have to be super like paranoid with the condition, but you want to do, you know, spend maybe 10 seconds, just roll through it.
Yeah. I don't see any writing.
Looks
everything
fantastic.
looks great on it. Spine's not even actually broken. So
I'd say very good. What are your thoughts?
Very good? I'd say so, yeah.
Okay, cool. So we could take a look on Accelerlist. They want us to price at $32.99. It pulls based on their algorithm. I can see that the lowest price merchant that they're showing here is $36. And then I see Amazon's on the listing as an acceptable condition. It's probably an Amazon warehouse deal for $32.99. Amazon's also on the deal for $54.75. So the reason I like to scan it with the app is because I feel like I can just see things a little better. It's a time waste. And remember how I was going on the rant, like everyone's got a different way of doing it. Like this is very inefficient. So I don't always do it this way, but with you, I want to show you, like when you're listing on Accelerlist, you could also scan it to get like a better overall feel of what's going on. We got 15 offers at $32.99 on the app, 6 offers at $32.99. Excuse me, $32.99, 15 offers merchant, and then 6 from $32.99. So they're matched right there. FBA, there's 8 at 46. There's no on FBA. So I would probably price this. I would probably just price match at $32.99. They've already, you know, they've already got that there. Yeah. What do we pay for this? I'm going to put $3 here. This is a thrift store find, so it was actually probably $3.50. So that's $3.50, okay, is what I paid. Why am I putting this here? Because I just want to know how much profit I'm going to make, because I'm a weirdo like that. I just want to know. I want to know when I'm listing how much profit. It gets me excited. It motivates me.
It's important with business to know your numbers.
And, yeah, and also, crap, I'm smacking my microphone around. Also, in the back end of Accelerlist, it'll track like your overall profits and different things like that. So it's kind of good to have. So what you can also do is click this button right here, and it'll open up Amazon in another tab, and you can check the pricing that way instead of scanning the app. This is actually quicker. But Amazon started doing this new thing where it like pops up on the side. I don't like this. I don't like how they do it. But a lot of people probably do it. Where the heck did I just like jumped out of my batch. Where'd it go? Huh, I gotta scan it again. I switched over and it ran away. So you can click that as well. There's also a link to Camel, which is it's kind of like, it's like Keepa. So you can take a look at like the history and stuff like that. You can also install Keepa onto your computer and take a look at the graphs and stuff to be able to price better. But I'm just showing you the easiest way. Like you could just scan it and kind of look that way.
Yeah.
But you could also install the Keepa chart on here, which I believe, let me see if I open this link in a new tab. What in the world is going on? You know what, I'll just do this right here. If you have Keepa installed on your computer, it should pop up. So this is a Keepa chart right here. So I'm not going to go super in depth with this. I'll put some more information in the description because this is an hour video in and of itself to be able to analyze. But essentially, this is a graph. The green is the sales rank. So the higher the rank, the slower the book sells. And this is like the merchant pricing. You can see the buy box price. So you can kind of get a feel over time of the history of the item and how it's been doing. But we don't really need to go that deep into that right now. So for some reason it keeps Xing it out. So I'm going to stop clicking buttons and keep moving with this. So I think $32.99 is a good price. You could undercut by a penny if you want. But at a $3.50 buy cost, we'd make $17.79. Condition was very good. I just hit my little button here. It's got the little template. You can copy mine. You can create your own, whatever you want. Bada bing, bada boom. Add it to the batch. And the item's listed. It's that easy. So I'm actually going to go through one on my own and just show you how quick it is, how fast it takes me to do it. All right. So Amazon's at new for 31. So what I like to do is just scan it really quick sometimes, take a look. Helps me to price. Okay, so the lowest is 26, merchants is there, new. Okay, I like the pricing, 26.95. I'll just match the lowest price, condition. Okay, looks good. So I'll just go good, good, boom. I'm quick. Someone like Mama Profits isn't gonna go that quick because when you move that fast, you risk making a mistake.
Yeah.
But that's really it. Scanned. We already prepped it. Let's look at the condition. Okay, that's good. Boom, price $350 from the thrift store. Okay, new is at $119. Since there's a lot of sellers, sometimes it's not going to give you the complete data, so I just like to scan it real quick. Okay, 30 merchants at 77, 6 starting at 94. New is at 112, so I'll most likely just match. I usually match the lowest price for the most part. There are times where I'll price second or third and fourth in line, but I don't spend a ton of time doing that. I'm leaving money on the table sometimes, but sometimes you want to take a look through and be like, all right, well, my things, you know, if you take a look at the lowest prime is, okay, they just launched. They're a new seller at $94.98, and then there's another one at $94.99, then there's another one at $98. There's a $4 jump. You know, if the rank was like maybe 20,000, I could probably put it up $4 and wait for the two below to sell out, but you don't really need to. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you can go.
You're trying to like worry about a few pennies, and it could cost you.
But
the
it adds
sale,
up.
And you know, instead of worrying about that few bucks, just get it sold and get the money.
Especially when I'm in it for $3.50. Like I just want to get paid. Like I want to get paid right now. So that's that. Very good.
Do you take condition into account with your pricing usually, or?
I usually do. I'm pretty good because I'm looking at it fairly quickly. And I just don't, there's just not a lot of room to jump. I could price this at, $97.99, get a couple extra bucks more, especially because the person who's first in line is new. They don't have any feedback. Actually, the first two have no feedback, just launched. So I could probably price it at $98.25 and match them if I wanted to. The thing is, we're already into September. I want to make sure to take advantage of this textbook season. I don't want competition to come in and start dropping the price. We got 4 minutes left. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, we're going to put a little stop to this soon. All right. The merchants are at 77 and 94, so it's not a huge jump, but I want to get paid. I want to get that sale right now. I want to be first in line. So for some people, they will wait, but we're just going to price this right now and add it to the batch. We back. All right, so I listed that book up right now. So here's a book that I want you to analyze. This was actually a crazy deal. I popped on this on eBay. I just bought it recently. I'll show you what I paid for it. Okay, so for this book I paid $21.89 right here. So I'm going to have you scan this book in and tell me what your thoughts are with the condition. It's not the best conditioned book. It didn't scan in. For this, you know what? I'm going to have you read off. Can you read off the number? I'll just type the number in.
978 013 390 5045.
All right. So, okay. So that should pull that up. I want to scan this real quick. Get this on my phone. See what's going on with this bald eagle. All right. So I paid $21 for this book right here. Look at this thing. The lowest price, the merchants are at $140. The FBA is at $169. New is starting at $374. So there's deals like this on eBay. The reason he probably gave it to me is because it's such a good price because it's kind of in crappy condition.
Yeah.
But you could sell books like this on Amazon. So taking a look at the book, what do you see?
Just the covers kind of peeling apart, delaminating. Obviously, it's curled over on the edge. You got writing on the inside. This bottom corner is kind of bent out.
but it's intact. There's no water damage. There's not pages missing. It's not like shredded to pieces. So I'd probably just put it like in acceptable condition.
Yeah.
It's not like I could put it as good and I'm sure I could get away with it. Right? But I want to underpromise and overdeliver. So, merchants are at 139. The lowest is at 169. For something like this, even though it's a 353,000 rank, which isn't the worst in the world, like we're in the middle of textbook season, like that should be much lower. I would wish that it would be. So I'll probably undercut a little bit to try to get the sale. I know the people on YouTube are going to love that, but I'm not here to make friends with people. Are you here to make friends?
No.
We're not going to crash the entire market. It's not a gigantic market. Like I wouldn't be worried about undercutting some of these books. It's not like a huge market. It's kind of it's not a fast selling book. You know what I'm saying? So I might just undercut a couple pennies, get the sale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this at 169.84. I paid 21.87, as you can see. Right, 21.89. So this should profit me $114.69 if it sells. There's a chance that someone's going to come in and lowball it at like 89 and the market's going to drop out. But either way, I think there's enough demand in here, surprisingly, for a 2014 book. So, oh wow, that's Amazon right there. So you know what? I'm probably going to drop this down to like maybe 163, like go like $5 lower than him, because I didn't realize that was Amazon was the lowest price. Yeah, that's Amazon. Yeah, Amazon warehouse deals. What, 169.85? I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there for now because there's enough meat on the bone. So condition acceptable. Is there an acceptable right here? Book has a noticeable wear binding. I'm not gonna put that here. No highlighting or underlining. Ships direct from Amazon. Bada bing, bada boom. Add to batch. Hand it over. All right. Next book, let's scan it in. Oh, we can't scan it, so let's actually, I'll just type it in. Understanding Animal Breeding, 2nd edition. This is another book that I sourced offline. Okay, I'll let you analyze it while I look this up, see what I paid for it. Pretty sure I paid $5 plus shipping. I'm just gonna put $10 in here. $10. Looks like the merchants are starting at 89. FBA new is starting at 101. Let me scan this puppy. You don't have to go through every little page.
Yeah, we got some of the dog ears and
yeah, it's got a little dog ears, a little bit of highlighting. So that's good to know. Let me scan this cover. I like to price my items like this. I like to scan it and kind of get a feel for what's going on. It just makes it easy for me. So you see how the merchants are at $89.95, but then FBA comes in at $147. It doesn't show you guys here on the screen, but you have to take my word for it right here. So $147 is somewhat of like an outlier price. Look, Amazon's at $101. You can't. This person isn't paying attention to the details. They're pricing it way higher than Amazon. Maybe Amazon came in stock. Yeah. Like after them, and they never adjusted their pricing. So I kind of like pricing near this price because any higher than that, you're getting a little close. So maybe I'll go like a couple bucks over at like $92.99 or something like that, just a few bucks over. The condition, what do you want? Good?
Yeah.
There is light highlighting, so I'll just adjust this right here. Light highlighting or underlining somewhere, but overall good condition. Bada bing, bada boom. So $10 buy cost. If I sell for $92.99, you know, maybe I'll do $91.99. That's a $60.71 profit, FBA, and that's really it. You add it to the batch. Questions?
No, I mean this makes it much easier to get things together for a shipment. That's one of those things without guessing what freight class and all the other stuff Amazon asks and everything.
I'll scan this really quick. Excuse me. All right. How we doing, Zach?
Doing good.
Oh, yeah. All right. We have 38 merchants selling at $28.89. FBA jumps to $53.25. So there's a pretty big discrepancy between the merchants and the FBA. News at 105, so I could definitely see getting 53.25. It's 167,000 ranks, so this is moving. This is probably a little outdated because we're in the middle of textbook season. Like, I want to see these textbooks flying at like 10, 20, 30,000 to like get the ones moving. But there's nothing wrong with this. This is moving, probably selling a couple times every other day or so. I could see myself pricing right in that range. Probably just match the lowest price at 53.25. And moving forward, I'm going to start testing you with the pricing. So don't think I'm trying to steal the show from you. Right. I'm trying to just lead by and set an example here, and hopefully you can kind of get behind my thought process here. For this book, I'm going to have to look up what I paid for it, because I'm pretty sure I bought this on eBay. Let me see. Maybe I didn't, because, oh, there it is. Crap. It was 15 bucks. I saw it. Actually, it was 15 plus shipping, so it probably came to 19 bucks. So with this right here, it looks like I'd make $17.88 if I sold it for that price right there. Condition, what are we looking at, Paul?
I'd say very good, really. I mean,
yeah.
I don't see any writing or...
All right, very good, very good. Add to batch, bada bing, bada boom. All right. Next up, Paul, I want you to take the show on this. And I'm not going to tell you a goddarn thing.
Showing 43.98 is the lowest and very good.
But remember, they're pulling from the API, so they're not going to be sharing all the data. They're going to be missing data sometimes. So that's why I was saying sometimes it's good. You want to either open up the Amazon page to look, or what I do is I just scan the book so I can see the data directly. Is this the best way to do it? Probably not. This is how I do it.
47,198.
So what are you thinking? 47,000 ranks a really good rank right now. This thing's solid.
Lowest prime is 69.69.
Okay.
So.
All right, and then it looks like there's not really much of a jump. Everybody's kind of priced in that area right there.
Yeah.
All right, this is a thrift store find.
And a few bucks to...
You tell me what to price it at, because I know what I'm going to price it at.
I'm probably come in and try matching. I mean, you can always lower the price later on, right? But,
so what's the price that I'm matching it?
69.69.
All right, that's what Accelerlist already chose. I want you to go through the process and fill out the blanks and add it to the batch. So buy cost $350, price $69.99. I don't know if you know how to use a Mac. Yeah. The first time I did, I'll scroll down for you. It's a little tricky. So now I need you to pick the condition and choose the suitable notes.
Right. Very good.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, no. For you Windows users, I'll help you out. You can tell me what to do. I'll be your assistant.
All right.
Suitable notes. Which one are we clicking?
Very good.
All right, and is my template that's in there correct based on, like, is there highlighting or underlining?
No.
Okay.
So,
now what do I do?
Add to batch.
Boom. You just listed your first item with my assistance.
Well, it's definitely a lot easier with that now.
Yeah. Next book, man. Let me take a look at what this one is. Pretty sure this was an eBay find as well. Yep. So I bought this on eBay for with tax and shipping $29.92. I do a lot of eBay sourcing because I'm so busy running different businesses. A lot of times it's hard for me to get out to the thrift stores, you know?
Yeah.
So sometimes I'm just chilling at home and I'll just put in some orders. Do you mind if I scan that barcode? I just want to see what's going on here. I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, Zach coming in with the footage. All right, so I'll let you actually tell me the condition first, and we'll go back to the pricing. What do you like for condition?
Good or very good. I mean, there's a little bit of markings there, but
Yeah,
one
I
dog
went through
ear
that.
page.
I'm gonna put it as very good because it's a very clean book. I'm pretty sure there's no highlighting or underlining.
No, there's nothing like
When you're
that.
first getting started, I would go over the top to really check everything because feedback's important. Now what I want you to do is analyze what you would price this thing at. What's the rank, by the way? The rank is 36,000 coming in with the hotcakes. I have no idea what that means.
Either 103.90 or 103.89.
Why?
It's
What are the merchants at?
good. Good condition. 103.90.
What is the lowest merchant price at? You know how there's merchants in FBA? I'm pretty sure I can see it at $73.99, but I want you to confirm that. So can you justify the jump from $73.99 to 10 whatever? Can you justify that with the rank? I believe so, because the rank's fast, so it makes sense. If the rank was 6 million, I wouldn't want to jump 20, 30 bucks. But I like your pricing strategy. So what's that lowest one? 100 and
103.90 is the lowest.
All right, cool. So is it cool if I leave that in there?
Yeah.
And very good, very good. Is it okay if I add it to the batch? Yep, looks like okay, perfect. And how much profit are we going to make on that?
$50.91.
And did I have to go out to the thrift store?
Nope.
Zach, we going out to the thrift store after this, baby. I drank way too much coffee today. All right, next on deck. Do we have any dental assistants in the house? Zach used to be a dental assistant before his videography position. All right, man, I'm having a slow day today. $30 in sales in my Amazon business. You came to the wrong guy for help. All right, 156,000 rank. Merchants are at 17. Lowest FBA is at 31.98. That's a double trouble, but it's a good rank. 100 reviews. News at 45.95, so that's an appropriate pricing. I don't like that there's such a gap, but the rank's good. It's a textbook. It's textbook season. I could see it coming in at that. News at 45, so there's probably not a ton of room to jump, even if there is. 31.98, then 32. I'd probably just match that lowest price at 31.98. What's the condition, Paul?
I mean, aside from like people in the way, you can kind of see like some of the lines and stuff, but I mean, so I'd probably put it into very good.
I think you're right.
No marks or anything.
I like your thought process, like being overly concerned, because that'll keep your feedback good. But it's definitely a very good condition book. That's a very clean book. Is there any highlighting or anything?
No.
All right, let's add that to the batch. All right, how are you at spelling?
Pretty solid.
We got a spelling book. And I'll tell you, I'm making a mistake right now. What you normally want to do is keep everything in order. I'm like putting it here, because I'm out of space. Because when we go to print our labels, it's going to print in order. So I'm being an idiot right now. So don't do what I'm doing by not keeping it in order.
You have to read everything.
Oh, what do we got here? A little love letter? All right, Crusade of Prayer. There you go, sir. Okay.
So, taping that one in.
Yeah, let's, we have to, how, is there a barcode or no? How to teach spelling, Laura Toby. Sometimes I'll put the author name in, maybe it'll pull it up. Boom. Multiple listings, make sure we got the right one. These look like they're like lots of 4 and 6. We don't want that. We want the lowest rank with the correct listing, which is right here. Let me scan this in. Again, you could scan the book, or you can just hit the Amazon button here to pop up. I can't stand the Amazon button. It's so annoying. So I'm just going to scan it. Merchants, 19 at 35. FBAs, the lowest is at 44.95. New is at 49.95. So there's really no jump. There's no point of even looking to see if you can price higher or lower. You're pretty much going to want to match the lowest price, which Accelerlist recommended. Spelling, I did source that on eBay as well. So what I'm doing is I'm under my eBay listings, So, oh, I might have paid too much for this book. The price might have changed. $21.80. So I paid $21.80 on this. So it's not a bad buy. I'll make 50% ROI on my money.
Yeah.
I thought I would have made more, but I'll make $11.29 profit on this. What are we looking at for condition, Paul?
I think it's got writing and stuff in it.
Oh, there's a little bit of writing?
Yeah, I think.
All right, let's go good. So we'll just do light writing or underlining, and I'm going to add that to the batch. All right.
Are you going to worry about things like this where it's just,
I'm just going to leave it in, light writing.
Right.
So
if it's like somebody's name, like graffiti writing, or if it's like notes about.
If everything is filled in, then I'll go acceptable, and I'll really notate that in. Okay. But this is just light little writing, because I've looked at these before you came, so I know it's not anything crazy. It's just a little bit. I won't waste my time with it. My mom, she'll sit there and erase every single page.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's wrong, though. Like, I know I'm like kind of like throwing under the bus, joking around, but to each their own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. More patient than what you or I might be.
Yeah, I have zero
works
patience.
For her.
Okay, cool. So this book is a thrift store book. Let's say $3. Merchants are at 1073. FBA is at 17, but it's such a low rank at 60. I'm confident I can get that. New is at 20, so there's really no room to jump from 17 to 20. So I'm not even going to try to price it up. I'm just going to match the lowest price at 1707. 350 buy cost. I'll make $4.26. This will probably sell in a couple days. That condition is really, really nice, huh?
Yeah, it looks almost new.
Yeah. Do you think it's good enough to go like new? I mean, that thing looks like it's on a freaking Barnes & Noble shelf.
Yeah, I think it was probably donated right from a bookstore. It looks like it.
All right, we'll go like new, add to batch. All right. So we have another book coming up right here. We can't show this book. This is a very, very bad book. This was actually out of Paul's collection, his personal stash. Screw the roses, send me the thorns. Wow. Damn, Paul. All right, so, it's a crazy guy, man. All right, 09645960009. I just had a feeling this wouldn't scan in. Okay, look at the rank on that. Man, there are a lot of people who are just having fun during the crazy times we're in right now, stuck in the house. So, man, if anyone wants to bid on Paul's book, I'm sorry. He's staring at me. I've been officially canceled. All right. All right, so I'm going to scan this book. I just want to see what's happening. I'll let you take a look. Okay, you can take a look and tell me what the condition of this is looking like. Merchants are at 1509. FBA, lowest price is 2306. New is 24. There's really no room to move up or down. I could already tell you I'm probably just going to price match. This is a thrift store find. Actually, Mama Profit found this.
My virgin eyes.
Yeah. Well, whoa. All right. So this right here will make $9.52, and it'll make somebody extremely happy. What's the condition? What are you thinking?
May go to acceptable. I mean, do you have a questionable stain on the back? With given the
that is very
subject matter and just like the this
go. You want to put it as good or acceptable?
I'd probably go to acceptable on it, but yeah.
Let's go acceptable. Book has some noticeable wear and some light stains. Zach, what are you laughing at? I don't understand. Like, let's grow up, man. We're in our 30s and 40s. All right. Binding may be coming loose. The binding is not loose. Is there any highlighting or underlining? No. Just stains. Okay, cool. All right, let's add that to the batch. It's been a long day, guys. All right. These are the finds that I found at the garage sale the other day for $2 each. Okay, let me scan this little. Okay. Who else scans the books when they're listing it? Maybe it's just me. 26 merchants at $32.29, lowest price. FBA starts at $48.50, news at $54. So there's really not much room to move up. So I'm not even going to check for like if I could go up $1 or $2. I'm probably just going to price the lowest. What's the condition? Very good.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a bend in the corner there.
All right, any highlighting or anything?
No.
All right, so I'm gonna make 34.58 on that. Boom. Okay.
Nope.
Essentials of nursing. I'll just type that in. So what is that? Essentials of nursing research appraising ninth. Okay, thank God that I took that typing class in high school. Can I see that title real quick? Just want to make sure. I'm not finding. Can you find the ISBN number for me inside that book and maybe read it to me? Because I want to make sure that I'm filling in the correct one. I found the listing. This is the listing. Maybe I could type this in. Essentials of nursing. Appraising evidence. Let's see if that pulls it up. Oh, I found it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to type things in and stuff. So this was another, that was the second book that I found for $2 at that garage sale when I was with my gal. And this one appears to be 76 sellers starting at $18.97. Wow, this thing's starting to really dive in price. New is at 107 and used is at 21. So there's a huge gap. So here with 11,000 rank, I actually want to see if I could price a little higher. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying? Because new's at 100, used is at 21. There's a huge gap there, and the rank's at 11,000. So I have a feeling someone's probably pricing kind of stupid. And what do you know? Just launched. They undercut everybody. Well, you ain't going to trick me. You could go, they're going to get bought out instantly. So once they get bought out, the next price is going to be $27.32. Then when they get bought out, the next price is going to be $28.69. So I kind of, and then the next one's at 30. I might just price it like fifth in line because these things are going to be moving so quick with 11,000 rank. So I think I'm just going to price it in at $29.99. Do you kind of see what I did there? Like, it's such a low rank. There's such a huge gap between used and new. The first person, he's an outlier. He just priced it wrong. He just thought he had to undercut everybody.
Yeah, instead of trying to do it by a penny or two, it's going to be several dollars.
All right. The 5 on it. Let's go. All right. What's the condition? Very good?
Yeah.
I already looked through that book. It's really nice. That'll be a nice little $16 profit. So I'm going to make an extra $7-8 profit by just taking the time to realize, look at the big gap between the used and the new. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Instead of just going right to what's there.
But if new was at 30 and the lowest was 22, like, I'm not going to waste my time like trying to price. Like, maybe I could go up like $1 or $2. Like, if the rank was like sub 20,000, like 11, like, I want to kind of look a little more because it's moving so quick. Because what happens when you have a market at a certain floor price and that floor all of a sudden disappears? Now it's going to jump up to the next one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's not moving that quick, the supply and demand like isn't affected as much.
Yeah, the prices won't change as much because it takes so long burning through everything else. It's
cool if I add that to the batch.
Yep.
Let's batch her up. All right, so what do we have next up? I'll have you scan that in.
And U.S. politics.
Scanner. Oh, we can't scan it. Here, I'll type it in. What's this thing called?
We got the ISBN right here.
What is it?
978-393-602-548.
I might have messed that up. Nope, got it. Okay, cool. Let me scan her up real quick. Okay. And again, the reason why Accelerlist or Scout IQ isn't showing like the accurate data sometimes, for this one it will, because there's not, I think it's like, once there's more than like, I think 20 or 30 offers, then it only pulls like the lowest 20 or 30 offers, so it won't show all the data. So if there's like 80 offers, right? Think of 80 offers here and FBA starts at like 50. It's not going to show FBA because it's only showing the lowest 20 or 30 offers. I forget what that number is. So that's why I'm doing it this way. So I have accurate data. 8 merchants at $23.99, FBA's at $25.75, 255,000 rank, which is okay. New, Amazon selling it at $29.75, so that price point's pretty good. I'm just gonna match it. Who was it? Who messed up the prep on this? I think it was me.
No, actually, I think it was me because there's like 3 or 4 of those stickers on there.
It wouldn't be a big deal. I'm gonna match the price What is this? How much do we pay for that thing? A buck. Oh, man. Having fun here. Look at this. $15.77 profit. What's the condition on that? Good?
Yeah.
Is there any highlighting or underlining?
No.
All right, I'm going to add that to the batch. Let's look at this next one. I want to get this party moving here. All right, this is an interesting one. I think this was another eBay one that I found. This one is called Ecology. Are people able to see this, Zach?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll let you take a look at this. I want to see how much I paid for this thing. Dude, some of these people just price things like crazy. Like, this wasn't even like, I didn't even lowball anybody. This was just an auction. So I paid, what did I pay for this?
$15.36.
$15.36. And let me scan this really quick. I'm sorry. What is the pricing looking like on this?
$112 for the low one on the.
Yep, 112, 167,000 rank, and look at that. That's acceptable. And then it jumps to 155. What condition is ours?
I don't see any writing or anything.
Good.
You know. Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, since the merchants are at 112 and acceptables at 112, maybe just let them sell out. I think I'm gonna go for like a little bit of a jump, maybe like 135. And what did I pay for this again? $15.36. $91. That's cool. Good condition. Was there any underlining or writing?
No.
All right, cool. All right, let's get that one. These are both, have these both been listed? Yeah, they were. Okay. All right, we're coming down to the end. A couple more. That was a dollar store find. A dollar Goodwill find. I wish you could source. You could source books at the dollar store, actually. There's some new books over there, but it's not the best. Hey, look at the, do you day trade? You said you're into stocks, or are you more into like?
I day traded for a while, then switched to more like swing trading.
All right. I could actually see this one pretty good here since there's not a ton of offers. $14.88. What are your thoughts on the price point here? I'll scan it just to keep the same pattern going. Look at the rank, 908. I have the worst internet at my house. Okay, so merchants are at $14.48. There's no FBA offers. News at $15.99. What would you price this as? I didn't teach you this.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably like right at where they are for where the merchants are.
Okay.
You're so close.
So I'd probably go up a little bit just because it's a 908 rank. Like, usually I want to be like 5% less than Amazon, so I could probably go right up to like $14.49, give them like a 50-cent gap. Mm-hmm. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Just because the rank is so low, man. That thing's probably selling like 20 times a day, if not more. So I'm going to go to $15.49. If you ever get yourself in a situation where you're competing with Amazon, but the rank is so psycho, like this is a psycho rank at 908. This thing's freaking flying. We haven't had a rank this good the whole day. This thing's moving, so I would just get as close as you possibly can. That'll leave us with a $5.42 profit. What's the condition of that? Is that like good, very good, like new?
I'd go to like new on this one.
All right, let's like new it up. Yeah, that book was clean. All right, next up, 7-figure social. We're going to 7 figures, Zach. Let me scan that. There's another dollar find. Okay. Merchants are at $19.95. No FBA. News at $19.97. I'd probably just go $19.95. I'm literally just going to go a couple pennies under Amazon just because the merchants are all there. It's all getting pushed right into that price point. So Amazon's probably going in and out of stock if I was to guess, because why is this merchant at 23 bucks? I'm just going to price it there, $1. What's the condition on that?
May go to good. There was one, yeah, that was dog-eared over, but
okay, so we're gonna do good. Okay, Very good. What's the profit going to be? Oh, why is it saying that? Oh, because I put in the wrong price. Okay, $9.25 profit. All right, keep her going.
And that's going to be another one.
That's how we do an Amazon shipment. You know, I'm just going to look up the title just to keep things moving for us right here. Myofascial manipulation theory, and that'll probably pop up, and it did. Is there a CD in here? Look at the front page. Oh wait, I saw something.
Yeah, I think there's just a piece of paper.
There's no CD in there?
No.
Okay. So we'll just say that there's no CD. I'll just put it as, you probably want to put it as acceptable or good. I'm going to just put it as, good, and I'm just going to mark no CD or DVD included. Is there any highlighting or underlining in this?
No.
Okay, that's a 350 by 88.95. I'm just gonna match the lowest price. Okay. All right. $61 profit. Add to batch. Okay. Next on deck, one of my favorite YouTube channels, Alex Becker. Had to show him some support with the book. I see news at $11.69. Looks like the merchants are at $10.89. I'm probably gonna just price this thing right at the recommended price of $11.11 because it's a fast seller at 13,000 rank. I'm just gonna put $1 in here for it. What's the condition looking like, Paul?
I'd say good.
Okay, good condition?
Yeah.
All right, next up, last one, general chemistry. That was another thrift store find. Scanner in. Excuse me. All right, what do we got for a rank? We've got 77,000 rank, 31 merchants at 46, FBA starting at 46. There could be a chance to jump up in price because new is at 80 something. So you see the used price is at 46 acceptable, and then the price jumps right up to 59.99, and that's acceptable. And then good is at 63.84. So I think I'm gonna go at 62.99 because we have better condition than acceptable, right?
Yes.
What are we looking at?
Good or very good.
Your call. I think it looks good to me. Just under promise, over deliver. Any highlighting or underlining?
No.
All right, that'll be 41.96 profit. And okay, so we've got our complete batch together. Now you can take a look at some of the data up at the top. My buy cost for all this was $158. My net profit, potential net profit, is $722 if everything sells. 22 products or SKU. If you had 2 of the same book, that would be 1 SKU.
Okay.
Right? But all the SKUs are different. These are all different titles. So we have 22 SKUs, 22 products. This is the average sales rank. This is the weight, which is good to know. I always like to weigh it beforehand because the weight isn't always accurate what they put in the Amazon listing. Now, what I want to do is preview shipping plan because I want to make sure everything's going to the same location. With books, 99.9% of the time, everything's going to the same location. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll split the shipment up to go to like 2 different warehouses. If that's the case, it's going to cost you a bit more in shipping because you might have 3 going to one warehouse and then like 15 going to another. So shipping is greatly subsidized through Amazon, through the partnership they have with UPS. If I was like shipping out like a large, like oversized item and like smaller items or like different types of items, things could split off, which becomes annoying. For this example, you know, we're just sending out books. So usually when you hit the preview shipping plan, it's all going to be going to one place. So let's take a look. So I hit preview shipping plan and let's wait for it to load. All right, so that's the name of our shipment, 22 items. This is our shipment. They're all going to Somerset, New Jersey. Okay, so At this point, what I want to do is I want to create shipment and complete batch. So what that's going to do is it's going to complete this shipment inside of Accelerlist, and it's going to send everything to Amazon.
Okay.
What I mean by that is it's going to send it to the back end of my actual Amazon portal, where I'm then going to finalize everything. Okay. You'll be able to watch the video back and understand it, but for the time purposes of this video, I'm just going to create shipment and complete batch. Yes, I am sure.
If you were sending in like board games or Legos or whatever else with books, or is it more likely to get split up, do you think?
It's more like the size. Like if you send out like a Lego set that's like this big, that's like considered oversized, like the bigger stuff usually ships with the bigger stuff.
Okay.
So if it was like small Legos, it'd probably all go together. But I wouldn't want to put Legos with the books because it will smash it.
Crush it.
So now what I'm going to take a look is at my batch history. Because there's a couple things I want to do here. Since we're using the Brother Laser printer, what we have to do is manually print the labels now and stick them on each one of the books. And then once we do that, we're going to go into Amazon, weigh everything, finalize it, and print out the label to go on the outside of the big boy box. Okay? So you hanging with me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to click this batch because this is our batch, Paul, the man with the plan. And what I'm going to do is hit this little 30 up button right here. And what that's going to do is it's going to have me download it. And these are going to be all of our barcodes. Okay, so I'm going to open this up. These are all the barcodes that are going to be going over the top of our book barcodes. So with my printer, what I'm going to do is hit print. What I need to do is a couple things right now. We got things moved around a little bit for space purposes for this video. But I'm gonna put this in here. Okay, we all plugged in over there, Zach? Mm-hmm. Cool. And for some reason, if I don't scale this to 100%, the labels don't come out the right way. So I have to hit scale. Now what I need to do is go into the closet, and I'll let you good to go? I'm going to go into the closet and pull out my little 30 up label sheet. Throw this in here, just like that. I feel like I'm getting nervous on camera because usually I know, I'm like, wait, does this go up or does this go down? And I think it's because the camera's on me. I've done this a million times. I'm just going to go with my gut. I'm going to feel like an idiot if I put it in the wrong way. Okay, so I scaled this to 100 right here. With your printer, you might not have to do that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hit print. The lights should start to go crazy because my power can't handle it. Too much power and profit in this printer. Okay. You gotta clap too.
Yeah. Make sure they come out right.
I did it the wrong way. God's sakes, I'm such a fraud. Okay. This is like the night after you drink and you leave that person's house. Okay, so you gotta flip it upside down, okay? Pretend that never happened. It's okay. Okay, let's print this one more time. Scale it to 100 because I'm a freaking idiot. This is how I entertain myself. My fly's not down, guys. Okay. All right. So this is what we have. These are called FN SKUs. So you know what a SKU is? There's an F and an N in front of it, and an FN SKU. Okay. So Zach, you can come around and creep on me if you want, or you can do whatever you want to do. Now what we have to do is stick these on the correct books. I didn't keep them in order, so it's going to be a little weird, but what you want to do is you want to take these barcodes and put it over the barcode of the correct book, just like that. And then what you want to do, I might stand up for this. You don't have to stand, but what I like to do is start putting them into the box. So you can stand if you want to be able to see. You can do whatever you want. I'm not pressuring you to do what you don't want to do. So I'm going to just start putting them in. In terms of how I put them in, I like to protect the sides the most, because if things get bashed up, it's usually going to be like the corners and the sides.
Yep.
So like I usually don't like to put these like towards here, but sometimes you have to, right? Depending on the space. So you could always put some like void fill and stuff like that. So what I'm going to have you do is start helping me with some labels. So the 10 pillars of wealth. This is why this is inefficient. Like if you had a Dymo printer, every time you listed it and you added to the batch, it would have shot out and you just would have stuck it on. So this kind of sucks. I don't like doing this, but that's the way it goes. Yep, just stick it on, push it down a little. Now when you are doing this, make sure like just to be careful, because you don't want it to crinkle up and that, like now you can't read the barcode.
Yeah.
So that's good to go. What's the next
green
one?
there.
All right, here you go. You know, and we'll tag team this too. The 7 figures. All right, sticking it over the top.
What about ones like this? So you got barcodes here, barcodes here.
Yeah, so what I'll do with that, I'll let you stick it over, whatever one you want, doesn't matter. And then what I do sometimes is just like, I'll just go like that just to cover it up. So, it's pretty good. I try to put the big books at the bottom, like to build like a base, and feel free to walk around, Zach. You can, whatever you want to do.
Day trade.
Oh, day trade. All right, all right. What's next? What's next?
Ecology.
Here you go. And I'll show you guys how to pack the box in a second. I'm just going to move through here real quick. And this is why, you see this one is like, it's a huge barcode, so I'm just going to use some of my spare effing Sku thingamajiggies and I'm just going to cover it up the best I can. It's not a big deal, it'll be fine.
The Essentials of Nursing.
All right, here you go.
And Guide to the Code of Ethics.
All right, cool. I'll let you throw that on. Guide to the Code of Ethics. If I left everything in order, I wouldn't have to be trying to guess. How do you feel about this process so far?
A lot easier than what I thought it was.
Here, I'll let you put this one down, because this is your book.
Cover up the stain.
Oh, God, man. Be careful putting
I'm a little worried about what that is.
Oh, what is that? Can we put a poll on the video? Oh, God's sakes. Okay. Virtual selling. Here you go. How to teach spelling. Special. Okay. So this is a bigger book. I want to kind of have this like have the big books in one area. We'll organize this after. Student for workbook essentials. Oh, of dental. Sometimes, remember how you were telling me, does it say newer used on it? Mm-hmm. It actually doesn't. So you have to be careful. Remember you were asking me?
If you have multiple of the same one.
Yeah, I thought it used to. What's next?
American popular music.
There you go. Conceptual physics. Zach, can you conceptualize physics?
Yeah, what do you want to know?
How fast is the speed of light?
Geometry.
Oh, here's geometry. You guys, how's the teamwork going, you think? I think we're doing great. I wish I had someone to help me label things. But this is why you want to use the Dymo printer. Because the Dymo printer, every time you added a specific item to the batch, boop, it would just pop right out, you stick it on. Now we have to waste
a little bit less.
Yeah, now we have to waste 5 minutes. What's next? Government?
Government of America.
Government Eagles. Okay. Interact. Okay. Statistics. I'll give you that one. There you go. Analyzing policy. So if you guys are wondering what the label's for, this is when it gets to the warehouse, Amazon's going to cut it open, scan it in, and that's how they're going to know like what warehouse to put it or where to put it in their inventory, and it's going to communicate with like what we priced it as in the system and all that. The pendulum. Okay, cool. So make sure all your labels are used so you know we're good to go. So now, Zach, you can come around here, show you what's going on. All right, Zach, so if you want to come around, feel free to get nice and up close and personal. So now we have our box. All of our items are listed through Accelerlist. Accelerlist sent them to Amazon's back-end area. I'm going to show that to you in a second. We're going to finalize things. So now we got a bunch of space in here, okay? So the easiest thing to probably do is to just get some like void. Oh my God, there's a spider dropping on his head. This dude does not want you to live. The vegans are gonna hate me. Sorry, buddy. God, he won't die. Just die. Shh. Don't put that in the video, please. All right, so what we need to do is go get a little bit of void fill right now. So I think it's getting close to my bedtime. All right, so you don't have to do anything crazy in here. I mean, what do you think? We could put it in the center and put it on both sides, or we can just probably be better if we do that, because we want to protect the edges a little bit. We want to get it like nice and snug.
So when you're packing these away, you're always going to have them all facing the same way, basically.
Yeah, I'm not super picky about it. I don't do anything like, I mean, Mama Prophet might be a little more picky than I am about it. What about you? Would you be a bit concerned?
No, I mean, as long as everything's just kind of similar, I think it's good to go.
I use whatever packing material I can find. You just want it to be snug. You want it to be tight so things aren't moving around like crazy inside. See, there's a little bit too much space, so I'm gonna get a little bit more packing material. So I'm just gonna fill her up, make her nice and snug, nice and tight. I mean, we got $700 of profit to protect in there, right? Mm-hmm. So, oh God. Give it the shake test. Okay, it's not, you see it's not shaking in there too much. Yeah. We don't want it to be like freaking smashing around and stuff. So, at this point, now I go berserk when I'm taping. I tape it like this thing is like delivering like the Declaration of Independence or something. I protect it like the best I possibly can, because the post office, they throw things around.
Just less chances for water to get in there.
What?
Just less chances for water to get in there or anything.
Anything. So I really want to seal this. I'll go both directions. Excuse me, sir. I mean, this thing is going to be so protected. The comments are going to be savage. But you know what? I'll spend an extra $1 in tape to protect my $700 investment. Will you?
Yeah.
And this tape too, like sometimes I don't trust it. Like, who here has ever brought a package to UPS and then you get there and the tape's like all unraveling and you're like, oh.
Yeah, and that's, well, I've got rolls and rolls of eBay tape, which seems to work really well, but I had problems with that packing tape where it just starts lifting off. Like,
it's just actually taped up pretty good over there. I just like to really protect my investment. Okay, this is a little sketchy. Okay, so she's taped up pretty good. Make sure she's nice and, there we go. Okay, so at this point, what we're going to do is, you could actually take a seat. I'm gonna kneel for a second. Or actually, you know what? I'll throw this down. Okay, so, okay, you know what? Matter of fact, what we need to do is I'm going to make some space here to weigh this. Oh,
There it goes.
All right, well, this is heavy. Oh, okay. 46 pounds and 11 ounces. I'm just going to estimate 47 pounds.
Okay.
Because the shipping's so cheap. Okay, so now, this is the important part, okay? I'm just going to write down 47 so I remember. So now what we're going to do is go to inventory, FBA shipments, and we should see the shipment that Accelerlist sent over. And what do you know? Paul is the man with a plan. You see that right here?
Yeah.
And you see how it says status working? You see how my other shipments are shipped in transit closed? So now I'm going to click work on shipment. Whew, gotta catch my breath. Okay, so we're going to have to make sure to hide my address, Zach. Only Paul's allowed to come here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down. We don't need to do anything up here. Scroll down and it's automatically selected small parcel delivery, Amazon partnered carrier. So we don't need to do anything. Right here under shipment packing, everything in one box. This makes it easier. If you didn't have everything in one box or there was more than one SKU, they start charging you money. There's like different things you have to do. You have to upload files, do all different types of things. So everything in one box makes it super simple. Okay, now what was the weight?
47 pounds.
What are the dimensions? Can you help me with that? Usually I just estimate, but we need the length, width, and the depth.
14, 18.
Yep.
And let's call it 13.
All right, cool. So we put in the weight, we put in the dimensions, and now you can see these are all our items in our batch. Accelerlist sent over to Amazon. And now we hit confirm. How much do you think it's going to cost to ship freaking 47 pounds? What would it cost you on eBay to ship 47 pounds?
Oh, geez.
To New Jersey?
Probably minimum of like $50 or $60, because you get like, what is it, 25% off of retail or something like that. But yeah, it would be pricey.
So we put that in, we scrolled down, and we hit confirmed. So what we did is we confirmed our box weight and our dimensions. Okay. And then we're going to hit calculate the shipping charges. Wait until you see this. $9.60.
Wow.
This is why Amazon's so great. One of the reasons they've partnered with UPS and they give us these special discounted rates, which is fantastic. So if you take the amount of items that we have in here, which is, what do we have, 22 items?
Yeah.
Divided by $9.60. Oops. 960 divided by 22. That's 44 cents. Remember we were estimating 50 cents a pound?
Yeah.
So that was like 44 cents an item, which isn't bad at all. So what I'm going to do is agree to this, unless you want to pay $60 through eBay.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's... I mean, that's a little bit more than what you pay for like a first class priority.
Yeah. Do you happen to have like $9.60 I could borrow real quick?
Yeah, it's probably connected to that account.
Yeah, it is. It is connected. If you guys are wondering, it's connected. Okay, so we just accepted the charges, so Amazon's going to charge us for that automatically. Under shipping labels, I just have it under blank rectangle label. Remember that little adhesive piece of paper with the two pieces that could pull off? I'm going to stick one of those in the printer. Now, ship date, today's September 7th. And now what I'm going to do, this actually says instructions for applying to labels. Remember I said you got to put them on the side of the box? If you have a small box and it doesn't fit, I'll put them on the top, but I just make sure they're not close to getting sliced. All right, I'm going to print box labels. Okay, so I'm going to hit print. I need to go get my little, I'm going to sneak by back here real quick. I'm going to pull one of those labels out. And guys, remember, like, I'm teaching Paul, like, this is like, we're going like 5 times slower than normal because we're like having to stop through every part of the process. I'm not going to mess this one up. This is quick. Like, I could usually ship this out on my own probably in like less than 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's not, and that's $760 worth of profit in there, which is pretty cool. So, and I'm nothing special. There's people who could probably do it twice as fast as I can. So I'm going to print that out, and what we're going to do is stick it on the box. Where in the box are we going to stick these labels?
And on the sides.
Why not on the top?
To avoid having a cut.
Yeah, and Amazon doesn't want you to do that. All right, I'm not going to show these because unless you want to do a lot more editing for me, Zach. Here, I'll have you put them on the side for me. I just put them right next to each other.
Doesn't matter which one goes to which side.
No, you can just like put this one right here and then put this one right there. Just line it up.
Are they both part of the same thing, or is this like Amazon's
they
tracking?
Yeah. So you could put them next to each other. UPS has one of them, and then I think Amazon uses the other for their own particular thing. And I'm gonna have you stand up for one sec because I'm gonna go over this. Thing's kind of heavy. And what I always like to do. Oh man, I gotta start lifting some more. So, what do I do with my tape? Who here like loses your stuff every 5 seconds? Okay. So I like to just put a couple pieces of tape over it just in case like it gets wet or something. I want to protect my investment. I don't care what anybody says. I'm gonna spend $1 all. Like, who here gets like, you ever get insurance for things? Like, this is insurance. Like, I'm gonna tape freaking the heck out of this thing. So this is done. The last step that you always have to remember is you have to go into your account, and the final step is complete shipment in the right-hand corner.
All right.
So we hit complete shipment, and it's done, man. Literally all we have to do now is just drop it off to UPS, and then you can go into your Amazon account and you can actually track your shipments. So if you go under Fba Shipments, you see how this one says in transit. I can track the shipment and see the process of where it is and all that information, and if it's gotten there, so on and so forth. It kind of shows like the map and whatnot. It looks like this hasn't been delivered yet. It's still on the way. This is a shipment that I sent in September 2nd. So once it gets shipped in, then you could see if it's been like checked in. Sometimes they'll send it to other warehouses. It might take a little bit of time, but once it gets checked in, man, that's when you want to start taking a look at your app to see if any sales are coming in, man. Today I've got 2 sales for $30. Not too much action going on today, but the day is young.
Well, it's with the shipping price, is that only because it's books, or is that just across the board? It's
all across the board. That's the discounted rate. This isn't media mail or anything like that.
Yeah.
This is directly through UPS.
All right, because what I was wondering, because I mean, realistically, like, you can't even drop it off at the warehouse yourself for
for
that kind of price, and that's
you can't drop it off at the warehouse. You have to ship it through UPS.
Yeah, make it cheap and easy. Is it UPS? I know they have like the regular stores around, but are they inside like Walgreens, like FedEx is, or?
I think you could drop it off at, what was it called, Office Depot or something like that, or Staples. I think they used to let you drop it off, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I
just go to a UPS store, drop it off. One thing you want to remember, and we're going to actually do it now. We'll jump in the car and bring Zach along. And I want to share with you a cool little tool that I use that'll help you from breaking your back. Do you have a good back?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you got a good back. So you're an exception. But for me, man, I can't freaking lifting these 50-pound things and carrying them. It's awkward. It's big. It's bulky. So for my Mama Prophet, I got her this gift. I'm going to show you guys what I do to be able to move this thing easily. It's portable. When you drop it off at UPS, make sure to get a receipt. It's always good to have that receipt. I've never had an item where it got lost and I had to use it. Usually if it ever gets lost, like a lot of times Amazon will take care of you. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they won't though, so you want to have that receipt just in case.
Okay, and everything's insured up to a certain value?
I'm not sure about that. Yeah. Somebody help me out. Is it insured? I don't know. I think so. I don't know. We could ask today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be good information, just, because if you're going to risk $722.
I've rarely ever had issues. I think I might have had maybe one or two things lost, but Amazon compensated me for it. You know, Amazon's making a lot of changes though, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're not anymore. You know, let us know in the comments, have you had an item lost? Do they compensate you or not? But yeah, we'll see, man. That's it. So what are your thoughts on that process?
It's definitely a lot easier than what I had expected. You know, like when listening through Amazon Seller Central, where they're asking like classifications of your items to see if it's like hazmat and all this.
They
stuff.
asked that, but with Accelerlist, it doesn't. I don't know how they get around it.
Probably just scanning things in and just auto populates it. So
I think it does. There's probably a way for you to add those if you had to, but Accelerlist is made for booksellers.
Yeah.
You can use this for other items, but it's made specifically for booksellers, and most booksellers aren't dealing with hazmat and stuff.
Right,
you know?
right.
There's a lot of questions. Like there's like little things you have to fill in. Like, does this come with batteries? Or what was one my mom was telling me about? Oh, where's like the country of publication or something, like something weird. I don't know. It was something odd. These things all take time. The great thing about Accelerlist is like boom, boom, boom. You just, you fill it out and you're good to go. So that's it, man. Any more questions? We are going to have our final session where we do like all the Q&A, and I'm going to like go through the different things, and I'm going to try to extract all the challenges or questions you have. But is there any dire question you have right now with the whole shipping process or listing process?
No, I mean, we went over everything really well, unless like having the tools, which I think you said it's about $15 a month for Accelerlist.
I'll have to look. I feel like it might be closer to 30. It's somewhere between 20 and 30. I forget.
But I mean, stuff like that is it's definitely worth it. And, like I wouldn't, if Amazon ran their Seller Central page like that, I wouldn't have really have any questions about
time is money.
How to do it.
It's confusing, man, with the Amazon Seller Central. It really is.
Yeah, it breaks it down, makes it really simple for you. You just scan and go, Mama
Profit, get on Accelerlist. What's going on? So you want to go drop this off?
Yeah.
Hey, nice work so far, man. You're hanging in there, dude. You're doing good.